Hey yo, I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another action figure review. In today's episode, we're doing something a little bit different. We're actually taking a look at a protective case for action figures. So these are actually from Protech, and I'll put a link to the distributor I usually get these from in the description below. It's Cases Pro is who I usually buy these from. They come in all sorts of different configurations and types and everything. This one is the large clamshell version for large action figures. Specifically, these are geared towards the 3 3/4 or 4-inch figure lines. So Star Wars and G.I. Joe and all those awesome lines that fit in the slightly smaller scale. So the price range on these things, you get a price break for the more you buy. So I typically end up buying them for a case of 100, and it runs about $50. So with shipping, it's like 60 maybe. So they're like 60 cents a piece or something like that. So it's a really good deal. These things are basically just plastic clamshells. You just kind of bend these things down like so, and then just snap them together. And you sometimes gotta kind of pinch them in there a little bit to get them to actually snug in. But they do provide an amazing protection for your figures and a really good seal and everything like that. So just to kind of show you as an example here, I have our G.I. Joe figure subscription service nunchuck figure. I actually saved his blister pack, which is what he's on right now. So you essentially just take your case and you can just slip these things right inside there. Fits nice and snugly, and you're good to go. You just kind of seal it back up like that, and your figure is all ready to go. So if you're a G.I. Joe collector, and you save those little blister packs that the figure ships on, those work great to kind of hold these things in here and make it look really nice. But they fit loose figures just as well, and that's usually the way I keep these. I don't usually keep the actual bubble piece there, but I wanted to just kind of show y'all what it would look like with that in there. Loose figures fit really well, and again, not just G.I. Joe. I've got one of the Nightfall Batman from the DC 3 3/4 inch line, and here's a Ahsoka Tano from the Star Wars Black series. You can see they all fit in there really nicely. The other good thing about these things is that they are kind of resealable. You can open it back up, get into the figure, do whatever you want to. And where that actually comes into play at is if you keep your card backs. So like, whoops, here is the nunchuck one. You can actually take this and apply some double-sided tape to the back end and just kind of tape it back on your cards. And then you can actually display these things with the actual figure on there and still be able to get in there and get to the actual action figure inside, which is really awesome. As an example here, I actually have this old Mutton Junkyard card from the G.I. Joe 25th anniversary, and I actually applied that tape on there. You can see this thing just pops off. You can get in there to the actual figure. I actually don't know where I put that figure. It's floating around somewhere, but you just kind of snap that thing back on there, and these things display great if you have like a wall collection or something. You can just kind of hang them on the wall, and you can still actually get in here to the loose figure and still, pull it out and do your displays or your dioramas, or just play with the figure if that's what you're into. So these things are really awesome. I can't actually recommend these things enough. They are wonderful. They fit pretty much all of the G.I. Joe series from the vintage line on up through the modern era stuff. Figures like the Rise of Cobra line, the movie lines, with all their really crazy large weapons, they still fit in here very nicely. You've got quite a bit of depth to these things, so you can fit all your accessories in there. This did not work for the new Stalker figure, the Tundra Assault Stalker, because that canoe's like way up here. So I had to get a different case for that. But for just regular G.I. Joe figures, these work amazingly. So yeah, go pick them up if you are so inclined. I'm also curious as to, what do y'all use for your storage options? These things stack really well, so you can put them in another storage box. And they ship really well, so you can actually, if you're having to move or something like that, you can kind of stack them all together. They work great to kind of keep all your accessories in there and to keep things from bumping around and getting wear and tear and things like that. So it's a really great little product here. So yeah, go check these things out. Again, check out the description for the link. And that's pretty much it for today. So thanks for watching, first off. Drop comments down below. Let me know what you think about these Protech display cases. They're awesome, in my opinion. If you'd like to see something looked at in future episodes, let me know that as well. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification button if you want to know when these things come out new video-wise. And, yeah, till next time, Yo Joe.